I think you both have a unique instrument or instance where you have partners that are players. You're married to Mike, and he plays, with everybody, and he's always showing up at Carter. How much of that works within your relationships, respectively, where gear gets traded, stolen, we'll say? How much does that, or influenced, like in terms of pedals or anything like that? Do you guys over the dinner table talk gear, or is that kind of like faux pas? Like, how's it work for you guys?
How's it work for you, Meg?
I feel like my gear gets stolen by him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mike, you're on notice.
There's a couple of Fender amps that have suspiciously gone missing.
Okay.
Oh, very sneaky. I feel that I probably have a propensity to take more of his stuff.
Okay.
And even, on the Blood Harmony record, Tyler co-produced that record with us.
Yep.
So he kind of brought some newer pedals into the fold. Like we both use Rodenberg, his signature.
Okay.
It's Rodenberg amplification, they're a German company. It's a TB drive. And so we both have really enjoyed using those. It's sort of like two tube screamers back to back.
Yeah.
So that's one of
Something
Tyler's
we've taken
signature.
from him, yeah.
Yeah, definitely taken from him. And this pedal, the Royal Jelly by Beatronics, he had that from the folks at Beatronics when we were tracking. And Bad Spell is a song on the record that uses this incredible, it's very versatile overdrive and fuzz.
Can we hear it real quick?
Yeah,
just for
definitely.
the folks at home.
It's so fun. It's so fun. It is sort of like the So it's wild,
Yeah.
which I love.
Is that your first time ever messing with a fuzz? Because I know you guys have kept it pretty simple in terms of pedals and stuff you used.
Not first time, but the first one that's really stuck on my board.
Okay.
This has been probably about a year I've had it on my board.
The first time that you're admitting to have a committed relationship with fuzz. Before you're like flirting with it.
Just toying around
Yeah.
secretly under
Side
the cover
piece.
of night. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, let's get through your pedal board. They're nearly identical, but there are probably some different patches within the HX stuff. So walk us through what you guys are using and how you're using it to complement and also stand out separately.
Yeah.
Who wants to take first stab?
We're big proponents of tried and true.
Okay.
And so, it's fairly simple, to be honest. I mostly just have my HX effects, line 6, and everything's running through that. But the Rodenberg pedal that Rebecca mentioned earlier,
Okay.
that's my main drive. And I've got an Ernie Ball volume pedal, good tuner, Peterson. And then this Iridium by Strymon is really cool for just adding kind of another fail-safe for if we ever have any problems with the amps, we can have that guy. That's just
A speaker
provides-
emulator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. And what about different patches you have in the HX? Do you have a lot, or is it kind of just almost treated like a pedal board?
Yeah, it's kind of treated like a pedal board, except for I have some slap delay, a long delay, and then a freeze that I'll sometimes use if I'm doing something on solo, and then I can have kind of a note just
And you're
going
going over it?
underneath
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And is it a fuzz pie, it says?
That one's still a work in progress.
Okay.
I want to have something in that spot, and I have not figured out exactly what.
And the last thing I got to ask is what's the reference, or what sound should we hear when you kick on the Queen?
The Queen is this
okay.
TV drive pedal.
Slide Queen.
It's a custom engraved slide Queen pedal.
So
Perfect.
funny.
That's awesome.
I know.
Now, what about you? How are you using what you got here?
Yeah, so since Megan put the TB Drive Slide Queen edition on her board, I haven't used my Habibi version of it too much. It's like it's Tyler's nickname for me.
Okay.
It was like a Christmas present. It was very sweet, very
Great stocking
thoughtful.
stuffer.
You know it. But I don't use this as much to have, again, some differentiation.
Okay.
So I do wind up using the Sugar Drive, the MXR, quite a lot. And similarly, I treat, you can have different ways of using the HX effects.
Yeah, very versatile.
But we just keep it within the edit window, because we were noticing, and some folks who use the HX effects, you may have experienced this as well, when you're just switching out in the main folder, like from patch to patch, you can hear a little bit of a static buildup where it's like a click. And so we just have found that if you keep it within this window and just have a series of effects, different trims, different options. Sometimes I use a drop tuning, which is really cool. Like I find this unbelievable, the math that's happening. You cannot tell. Like that speaks back to my days of when I used to cross-tune my guitar way, way low. And so we can just emulate it with this pitch shifter that is processing so fast, it's unbelievable. But I have basically my 2 effects pedals wired in, so I can turn them on or off using
the actual
the actual HX effects. I
Yep.
have a slap, I have a fast and a slow trim, I have the royal jelly, and I think that we probably use different patches on the iridium from each other. I actually don't know where you live, but I know that those are different. And then secondarily, our front of house engineer he's like a mad scientist, and
Yeah.
so he, in conjunction with the folks at XTS here in town,
Great guys,
they built
Barry,
a
they're
very
awesome.
oh,
So
they're
good.
so great. But they built a custom component down here,
Ah.
which allows us to have outs for our wireless and a hard line in if our wireless fails, running out a DI line for the iridium. And then
solver.
also our vocal mics feed in as well. So we're
Okay.
sort of like plug and play. So it's just some dark arts in there that we don't fully understand, but we thoroughly appreciate.
It's funny, you go over to Barry and the guys at XTS and you like give them a problem, and you're like, I just cannot figure this out. And like, boom, solution found.
Yeah.
Real quick.
So
Yeah.
creative.
So we're very lucky. We love these boards, and they've been out on the road now for a year and a half, and we've never had any issues. So shout out Barry. and
Tried and
XTS.
true. Tried and true. Before we let you ladies go and get into sound checking to your evening, I want to let you guys play us out. So think about what you want to
Okay.
do. But I do want to acknowledge right here on your board, it says rule number 1, party.
Yes, that was a great surprise as well from our front of house, Brendan. I didn't know that it was going to be there, and one night on stage, he was like, "Look down at your board," like at front of house. And it's true. It's a line quoted from Lizzo, and the number 1 rule should be party.
Well, hell
always.
yeah. You guys bring the party, and I'll bring the roll.
Yeah, I do.